the one and only Funky Ben, who I think is mad at me because I'm 5 minutes late. Although we gave you the heads up, right? We were running a bit late.
Well, I mean, you gave me the heads up with like 3 minutes to go, so
doesn't really count.
Kind of whatever. No, who's that last guy? I don't know him.
That's Action Bronson. Action Bronson. He's unbelievable.
Explain to me who he is.
He's a rapper, a chef, an artist, like a painter, a host. He does everything, this guy. And he's very popular here on the East Coast, but a big MMA fan as well. So sometimes I'd like to talk to, celebrity fans, see what they're thinking, how they're feeling about the sport. It's a little different.
Yeah. That's pretty impressive. I mean, Ariel, I feel like I've been on here so many times. I'm about to become your damn co-host or something.
Do you think we need to cut a deal?
I mean, that's what it feels like. Chael is getting older, so maybe he's gonna retire from this job as well.
Ariel and the funky one. It has a nice ring to it. But you like coming on. You like, this is sort of your, I know you do some other podcasts, but the problem is no one listens to those. You come on this, you get 2+ million views.
Well, yeah, I mean, I set your record. That is a fact. But no, my other podcasts are going really well. I do one for this company, Rudis, to talk about just wrestling, and then I do one with one of your nemesises, Front Brian, on a network called Rockfin, and that's actually also going really, really well also. So, no, both of them are fun. I like talking fighting. I like talking wrestling. I'm a fan as well as a competitor in both sports. And so, yeah, if it fits well, and obviously I enjoy talking to you as well.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. So we have a lot to talk about. First, let me ask you, did you watch Covington Lawler on Saturday afternoon? And if so, what did you think of the fight?
I did. Yeah, I did. I knew Colby was going to have trouble taking him down and keeping him down, which kind of was the case. I was just shocked how Robbie couldn't let his hands go. And obviously, I know Colby had that really good pressure. But, I thought that he would probably try to pressure, but that Robbie would be able to make Colby kind of stay at home with some heavy shots. And that just really wasn't the case. Maybe, I guess, a little bit later in the fight, but that was probably it.
Did he look better than you thought, like considering the layoff and everything?
Did Colby?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he fought about the way that I would have imagined that he was going to fight. Like I said, I think the one thing I was shocked about, and maybe it's because Colby's good, but Robbie just wasn't. And I don't know what Robbie said about it. I didn't listen to any interviews, but yeah, Robbie just wasn't able to get any really good shots off. And Robbie's known as a power puncher, and that can keep a volume striker at home, and he just didn't do that.
When you're watching that and then you see all the other, post-fight stuff, is there, I know I saw your tweet, like where you apologize to everyone. Is there a part of you that's like, damn, this should be me. This is really all my fault?
Yeah, I mean, listen, dude, like I said, I've said this before, I try not to think about everything that happened. Yeah. Listen, if you want me to say it, Ariel, I'll say it. I for the last, 9 years, I've been undefeated. I spent the better part of the best part of my career outside of the UFC, and I finally get my chance to prove in the best world. I go in there and I beat Robbie Lawler, and then I get the guy I want to fight in Jorge Masvidal. Everything's going right. I'm going to get a title shot if I win, and I effed it up. So, yeah, if that's what you want me to say, I definitely did F it up. Now all of you guys have to suffer because I effed it up, and you have to listen to Colby and Marty trash talk for the next 3 months, and we can only imagine how painful that's going to be because we watched that post-fight thing with them. I did not watch it. I actually just read the transcript, and it was just as terrible as I had imagined it would be.
There wasn't any part of you that wanted to watch that to see what it was like, the whole scene?
Well, my car was charging. I walked back to my car so I could drive to the X Games because I was making an appearance. But I knew it was gonna be terrible. It was even more terrible than I could have imagined. It was literally like 2 6th graders out at the park, like, hey, let's fight. Okay, let's do this. I'm right here. No, I'm right here. Let's do it right now. Okay, I'm waiting. What are you gonna do? It was absurd.
How do you feel about the fact that Colby uses your Marty line?
I mean, listen, when someone else does something great, you got to steal it. So I don't blame him for that.
Okay, so you don't feel like he's stealing your gimmick or anything like that?
No, you're welcome to it, Colby.
Who do you think wins that fight?
I've told you before. I think Marty wins
easily.
I don't know about easily. I think it's gonna be a tough, gritty fight. I think they're relatively the same fighter. They're both good wrestlers with average jiu-jitsu. They're both volume punchers, not power punchers. And so I think it's going to be just a tough, gritty fight.
Do you think there's a chance, like sometimes when you have two wrestlers who have similar styles, ends up being a not very exciting fight? Do you think there's a chance that it's a bit of a dull affair?
Oh, yeah. I think that's absolutely, there's definitely a chance of that.
What do you think about the buildup? Do you think the buildup is going to be a little
It's
bit?
gonna be it's gonna be terrible. It's gonna be so painful. We're all gonna lose multiple IQ points listening to those idiots argue.
Okay. And so I have to ask about yourself because I saw a bit of a back and forth,
Yeah.
and this was a bit of, it was a bit different because you've been picking fights with a lot of people, but this was like the most respectful back and forth of all time. You and Demian Maia. Is this a real thing?
Yeah. It is a real thing. I believe it will be announced shortly. Um, and one of the things I learned in one championship in Asia is that you don't have to hate all of your opponents. Sometimes it is fun when that is the case. But with Demian Maia, there's other reasons I want to fight him. I think I love the fact, I'm kind of a fan of him also, right? I love the fact that he's stuck with his roots and he's a great jiu-jitsu guy and he uses it. I love the fact that he's a jiu-jitsu guy who actually learned how to wrestle. That's like none of them. None of them do. He actually learned how to. Okay, if I'm a great jiu-jitsu, I'm gonna learn how to go take someone down. He actually figured that out. It was fantastic. And then he's really good. He fought for a world title a couple years ago. He did get knocked all the way down to, I think he's 10th or 11th in rings. That's kind of harsh considering his only 3 losses were Tyron, Colby, and Marty, who are now champion 1 and 2, however you want to mix them up. But those are his only 3 losses, and people kind of think of him a lot less because of that. But in my estimation, he's still a very, very high level welterweight. And I think that the winner of this is easily the best grappler in the division.
Did you ask for this fight, or did they come to you with the fight?
He was one of the suggestions, and I said I would love to have that fight.
Oh, really? Okay. Were there other suggestions?
Yeah, I'm not letting you too deep into my business, Ariel.
Why? Well, why is that? Is that personal?
You always try to pry too much.
It's just a.
Well, I mean, there's only a certain amount you can give away before the people start getting mad at you for giving away too much.
Sure, I understand. Okay.
Yeah, you know how it goes. I mean, but the people they're already mad at you, so you don't give a damn.
Who's
you
the
just try? You're like the bad kid who's trying to get everyone else to be the bad kid with you, so you feel a little better about yourself.
What are you talking? Wait, who are you referring to? Who are these people that you're referring to? The UFC?
The UFC, yes, the UFC.
They love me. Yeah. What are you talking about? It's kayfabe.
Yep. You are in the doghouse.
Really? What doghouse?
So.
I don't live in said house, so how could I be in a doghouse? Right? You are the one who you went to the dark side. You have to rely on them, right? You're the one that cut the deal.
It's not a literal doghouse, Ariel. Obviously,
okay.
It's a figure of speech.
Why? Is there something that you know that I don't know? Have they told you something?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm happy to hear that.
Okay.
And October 26th, that's the date?
Oh, did I? You said that, not me.
No, you tweeted it.
I did. Oh, yeah. Okay, I think so. Damn it. Listen, you know what's funny, Ariel? Sometimes I walk around places and I'm like, I forget about tweets I sent, so I don't know who's mad at me. Okay, who's gonna come up on me and call me an asshole for tweeting something at them? For most of it, it's just kind of funny for me, but some people take that seriously.
Okay, but it does look likely that it's going to happen?
Yeah, I believe so. I believe it'll be announced this week.
Main event?
Main event.
Okay.
Yeah, it should be exciting. I'm excited for that. Obviously, like you said, I blew it. I had my opportunity. I was very close to a title shot, and now I got knocked down a few rungs, so I got to work my way back up. Hopefully this will get me started, and then after this, then I can, go call out one of those top contenders, and I'll be right back in the mix.
And so we spoke to you on the Monday after, which again is an incredible thing that you did that. You got a lot of praise, and rightfully so. Here we are almost exactly a month later. How, like on the Monday after, it's almost too fresh to really have it sink in, right? A month later, how are you dealing with the loss?
I just told you, Ariel, I try not to think about the fact that I fucked up my live stream. I mean, think about this. For 9 years, I'm trying to prove I'm the best fighter in the world. I am so close to doing that. So close. And I let stupid Jorge Masvidal knee me in the head. I mean, Ariel, I haven't been knocked down in 19 fights. I didn't get knocked down one time, and then I let this idiot knee me in the head and get knocked out. And now I don't get to chase the dream that I had. I mean, everything was working out so perfectly, and now you just keep trying to bring up the fact that I blew it.
I'm sorry.
I have accepted the fact that I blew it, but I try not to dwell on that fact. I try to move on. The rest of my life is great. Everything's going well. We had a really good performance at Fargo at the national tournament with our kids. You know what? Actually, I have going on today. I have the best disc golfer on planet Earth.
Oh.
They actually have a rating system, and currently he has the best rating that any disc golfer has ever achieved on planet Earth. He's at my house. We're gonna go play my personal course later. I just finished my 16th hole this morning, and so I'm having a lot of fun doing that. So that's why I got a great afternoon planned. And you just try to rub my face in the dirt just over and over again.
No,
I
no.
I thought that we were friends, but now I'm starting to see. I think this is a backstab.
Absolutely not. I was just curious, since you were so open and honest about how you were feeling on the Monday, if a month later, is it bothering you? Is it keeping you up at night? Are you snapping on people? Or are you handling it pretty well?
I try to forget about it.
Okay, fair enough.
I messed up my life's goal. And you're
Why?
trying to rub. I mean, it's not as bad as when I lost at the Olympics, and I realized I'd never get another shot because of this. I could have another shot. But nevertheless, I mean, you're talking about a goal of 9 years in the making, and I'm one fight away from getting there against the guy who I chose to be in that fight to get there, and I blew it.
But you didn't mess up your life's goal. You win one fight, you're
It
right back
is.
there.
My life's goal was to be the best in the world.
Yeah, but you're right back there.
You're right. I probably take me 2 fights. We'll
All
say right to get in that talking in range. But I was right there. I was right there. It was going to be Madison Square Garden on November 2nd. I was going to beat up Marty, and Colby was not going to have a shot, and it was going to be fantastic. And now everyone has to deal with the fact that I messed up, and they have to listen to Colby. Ariel, let me tell you this. You want to hear something? Okay, Colby is a great fighter, no doubt about that. He's probably fairly financially well off. He's fairly famous. He paid those women to come to his open workout, and they still could not stand to be around him. I mean, how cringy of a human being does that make you? That's really bad. Think about that. Some women, if you're famous and well off and you're really good at something, like, you should have women flocking to you. They want to be around you. This man has to go pay women, and the looks on their faces and the body language they're putting out saying, holy shit, I need like 5 times as much money to be doing this. Not what this idiot's paying me. Tell me you didn't feel the same way.
I can't confirm that he paid them. I don't know. I don't want to.
Okay, but did you see their body? Did you see the women's body language and the
I
faces?
just figured they were shy in front of the cameras.
It was not good. He's rich. He's famous. He's still paying these girls, and they still don't want to be around him. Can you imagine? Can you imagine, Helwani? Even with that nose, you're getting way more bitches than Colby Covington is.
All right. I mean, that's your opinion, and I think he's looking for love. And
I think you're married, probably.
I am. Yes, I have 3 children. I feel like we've talked about this before.
We have. Yeah, you're not getting bitches then.
No.
My apologies, Mrs. Helwani.
All right. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I've met your lovely wife as well, and I certainly wouldn't speak of you in those terms.
I'm not getting any women. That's my wife. That's it.
And so, could I ask, like, when you see what's become of Masvidal, does that annoy you? Is it hard to ignore that? Him, like, the things he's saying, the fame and all that, or?
I try to ignore it.
Okay.
I would acknowledge that I made him this popular.
Yeah.
I brought the best in him. It's it's fine. It's part of the game. We were the most anticipated fight by far on the biggest card of the year, and it definitely wasn't because George decided not to show up to 2 different press events. It was because I made it that way. And George can say I'm a dick or whatever the hell he wants to say about me, but if he wasn't so rude, he should probably say thank you for making me a lot of money.
What about this photo that emerged? Woodley and Masvidal together, and Dylan Dennis and Colby saying that they needed new friends and you needed new friends. Did you feel like this was an act of betrayal on Tyron's part?
Oh, he texted me 2 days ahead. He said, hey, I'm just going to warn you. There's going to be some pictures coming out. I have to do this shoot with Jorge Masvidal. I said, dude, it's not a big deal. You're making money. Go make money. It's whatever. Okay.
So the stuff that Dylan was trying to, drum up, stir the pot, not accurate. Nothing to it.
I mean, no, not at all.
Okay. He really has a thing for you, huh?
Dennis?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's got me blocked on.
No.
Twitter, so I can't.
Are you serious? That's okay. That's whack. I mean, you can't be such a.
I'll bring it up.
Okay. Also, let me know.
You can't be such a what?
You can't stir the pot like that and block people. Like, either you're gonna go all in and you're gonna be that guy.
That little dot right there, that red, whatever.
Yeah.
Can you see it?
Yeah. So he didn't block you.
Well, what is that red? Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Sorry, backwards.
No.
What's that red?
I don't know what that is. If you can't,
I can't see his tweets. So if someone like quote tweets him, he'll say you cannot see this tweet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So I don't know what that red X means. I guess I'm not blocked. I guess he must be using some other tactic to let me see. I don't know what it is.
Is it weird
Someone tell us what that little red circle
Yeah,
meant.
please. But is it weird that he picks fights with all you guys knowing that he'll never fight? Like, he can't fight you. He can't fight Woodley. You know what I mean? He can't fight Colby. Is that annoying?
I mean, I would say I'd probably be retired by the time he ever gets to have his Bellator contract, and I'm sure Tyron will be also. Maybe he fights Colby at some point, but yeah, he's one of those guys that tries to get famous by talking trash about other people, and that's probably it.
Okay. By the way, what were you doing? Maybe you were muted, they're telling me. Is it possible that you were muted? But no, you wouldn't know that, Corporate Jake. You wouldn't know if you're muted. That's the beauty of being muted.
Yeah, you wouldn't. Oh, okay. Red circle means you've been mentioned in conversation thread. That's not what it means.
Oh, I mean, that's...
Someone tell us for real what it means. It's a red circle with a line through like a speaker looking thingamajigger.
Oh, maybe that is muted. No, that means you muted him.
I muted him?
Yes.
Oh, I did. I'm so smart. Yes. I don't listen to Dylan. Look how smart I am, Ariel.
Well, then you're just essentially doing what I said I don't think you should be doing.
Ignoring him.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Okay.
Well, by the way, muting is way better than blocking because you don't want to give the guy the satisfaction that you blocked him.
Sometimes I'm so smart, I forget what I do because it's so smart.
Right.
Boom. Done.
And what do you say to the people, Ben, who say that there's a chance this fight between you and Maia is very boring?
I mean, so's the Usman Colby fight going to be, right? But
right.
I think there's obviously a portion of fans who like all parts of MMA, not just like stand and bang. And we've rehashed this scenario like 57 times about how that it's kind of a myth that that's the only thing that people want to watch.
Sure.
And at the end of the day, I am a non-stand-up guy. I am a boring wrestler, and I have also been the most anticipated fight on the biggest 2 cards of the year. So I think there's some type of myth in there.
Okay. And before I let you go, could I ask if maybe you have some advice for Chris Cyborg? You know what it's like to have an issue with Dana White, and you've overcome it. Do you feel like she's misplaying her cards? Do you feel like she needs to stick to her guns? What do you think?
It depends on what Cyborg wants to do with her life. I mean, listen, she's proved she's the best in the world on multiple occasions. She's been there for a long time. And, at this point in her life, if she doesn't see eye to eye with Dana and she wants to go do something else, that's fine. Maybe that's what she wants to do. Maybe she's sick of not agreeing and not getting along with her boss. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe, and that's perfectly fine for her to go do that. But I think she probably has a lot of great options. She's a huge name in the sport. She's achieved a tremendous amount, and she now has the ability to go do whatever the hell she wants.
All right. Thank you for doing this, Ben. I appreciate it.
Hey, how pissed is Dylan Dennis now that he knows he's muted? Damn it, I wasn't supposed to tell you.
I know. I'm sorry. You outed yourself. But good luck on that frisbee golf thing that you're doing
today.
What's that?
Ariel, I need to take you out disc golfing sometime. You might enjoy it.
I would love it. One day, can I come to your house and we have a little head-to-head battle?
My house. Let's do that.
All right. I look forward to it. Wow. I mean, we've come a long way from you like threatening to beat me up to you inviting me to your house now. I mean, it's amazing.
Hey, Ariel, I slide in my house.
You have a what?
Slide. Your kids will love that shit.
Oh, okay. I'll bring them too. Thank you, Ben.
All right.
All the best. Good luck against Demian. Right. We'll talk to you soon. We'll probably talk to you before then, but there he is. Hello, everyone. It's Ariel Helwani. I just came here to thank you for watching our ESPN YouTube channel. It's the best. You know what else is the best? The ESPN app. You can get highlights, analysis, all that stuff and more. And if you want premium content and live streaming sports, there's only one place for all of that. It's ESPN Plus.